Welcome to this edition of Miles Ahead, and this time we're looking at the Ford Mustang Mach E. Now, I've said Ford Mustang Mach E. As we look around this car, you'll notice there isn't a single Ford badge on it. So this is very much Ford taking a legacy brand in the Mustang and, well, giving it a 21st century twist with its first major production line EV. So if you are looking at this to be a 60s Mustang in spirit and philosophy, it's not quite. This is very much a 2022 Mustang, fully EV. This model is the all-wheel drive dual motor version. It's got standard range battery, which is 75.5 kilowatt hours. It produces 269 horsepower and 580 newton meters of torque, which is enough to propel it from standstill to 60 in 6.3 seconds. Now, starting price on this car is £60,000. It's fitted with this rather lovely rapid red paintwork, which comes in at £1,150. So total price of this car tested here is £61,150. So let's start by having a quick look round. So obviously it being an EV, there's no grille on the front, so they put the massive Mustang logo on there. I do think this is a good looking car. I like the bonnet creases on it. I like the way the bodywork flows from one end to the next as well. You get the LED headlights as standard. These do a really good job at night. Excellent headlights those are. It's come around the side. This edition is fitted with the 19-inch wheels. If you have the lowest range in model comes with 18 inches. This is mid-range. The GT comes with 20 inches. So you've got the black effects on the wing mirror and around the sides there. There's a Mach E logo down the bottom here, just in case you're wondering what it is. And you notice on the doors here there are no traditional handles, so you get these buttons to open it up, and you notice here there's these nuts on here. I think in some other markets you can set a password for opening these rather than using a key. I think that's illegal in the UK though. While we're here, we'll just have a look in the back. The privacy glass comes as standard. Open these out. I'd say these are probably the best seats in the house actually. I think these is a really nice place to be. Plenty of headroom back here. I know the roofline slope's quite low. You've got USB and USB-C charger. There's an armrest, ISOFIX points, and yeah, plenty of space in there. I've left my son's car seat in there as well, so you can see all that, vents, etc, etc. Plenty of storage space, and obviously because it's an EV, you get the flat floor down here, so even if you're sitting in the middle, not too much drama. So as we come round the back, I like the way the roofline slopes into the back there. So these are the hints of the 60s Mustang, these rear lights here. Just a bit of borrowed styling from that era. As we look in the boot, it being an SUV, plenty of space back here. You get a 502 litre boot, and you also get a front trunk as well for, the charging cables are in there and that sort of thing. So yeah, plenty of space for family use. It is a 2-bit boot as well, so you can get some more bits and pieces under there as well. So all in all, yeah, I do like the way this car looks. One other point to note, I'll mention the tech pack when we get inside. That does bring the powered tailgate. That doesn't come as standard. But yeah, another Mustang logo back here. Yeah, I think this is a really fantastic looking car. I really like the colour of it, but let's see what it's like inside. So this is a driver's seat of the Ford Mustang Mach E, and we'll just start her up. Now, I mentioned the tech pack a moment ago. That brings with it the 360-degree parking camera, the Bang & Olufsen stereo, the hands-free tailgate, advanced park assist, and the full panorama roof, which I think would be nice to have in here because it would just let in that much more light and make it feel that much more spacious. The audio is worth noting actually, because as standard it's pretty good. So all of this across here is a sound bar. So you do get good audio quality anyway, because the speakers are quite close to you. So they've thought about that. I think that's quite cleverly done. Yeah, I'm sure the B&O just elevates it that much further. So if you like your music, I'd definitely have a look at getting that pack done. All in all, very comfortable environment in here. Really like these seats, nice and supportive. They're heated in the front here, and there's loads of storage space in here, it being on the electric platform. So you've got a couple of cup holders here. There's wireless mobile phone charging here. There's another storage compartment under there. You get decent sized door bins, you get a bottle in there and that sort of thing. But we come across here, we've got the drive select here, so park, reverse, neutral, D. L is like the regenerative braking if you want to have that on. And then under here, got yet more storage, got sunglasses, cables, and that sort of thing in here. So the centerpiece really is this 15.5-inch screen. So arguably taken from the Tesla playbook, but very usable. It takes a couple of goes to get used to, but once your way around it. Very easy car to use. We'll just have a look at the trips and the efficiency that we've achieved from this. So we go to trip 1. What we've done 237 miles, and we've achieved 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. So extrapolate that over the 75.5 kilowatt hour battery. I would need a calculator to work that out, but I think realistically the range you would look north of 230 miles in this car. All in all, yep, do like it up here. Yeah, very pleasant place to be. All your driver displays are put on here, speed, range, and this works with your lane keep assist and your adaptive cruise control, which you can set down here. But anyway, let's find out what it's like to drive. So, what's the Ford Mustang Mach E like out on the road? Well, we've got it in untamed mode at the moment, so all of that performance is available. I will say one thing for it actually, it is quite playful, because it's all-wheel drive, but it does send a lot of the power to the rear wheels. So, yeah, it does just start to slip around a little bit when you're driving, which is unexpected of a car that weighs north of 2 tonnes. The steering too is very sharp but very accurate, so that it's a little bit more communicative than you'd imagine as well when you're going over poorer road surfaces and that sort of thing. You do sort of feel it through the steering wheel, which isn't always the case with some EVs. I guess the other, the major EV to compare to would be something like the Tesla. I'd say the steering's better in this, and it's just a little bit more engaging to drive than that, despite it being a massive SUV. I'm going to slow down again because they have added some noises in the background. Hopefully it comes through on the stereo as we stamp on it. So 0 to 60 is supposed to take 6.3 seconds. You just get that whooshing sound in the back. It's not quite full-on fake V8, but it's there. And you don't get that sort of instant hit of torque that you get in some EVs, where you just get thrown back against your headrest and you just, it's quite a sort of staggering turn of pace that these things offer, at least from 0 to 20 miles an hour. This is a bit more progressive in that respect. So I'm just going to turn it back down from untamed, so we have to go back via this massive central screen here, put it into whisper, and everything quietens down, the steering softens up, and the ride's actually quite supple. I'd say it's at its best on a longer journey, so if you're going down faster roads, that sort of thing, it rides a little bit better, it's a bit more settled. At slower speeds, going over speed bumps and potholes and that sort of thing, it can be quite wavy. You do have to sort of ride with the chassis as it goes over those things, but all in all, very comfortable car to be driving around in. The GT version brings with it, that's the sort of performance version. I think they're producing a version now that is 0 to 60 in under sort of 4 seconds. But I mean, if ever a car, or a brand, was designed for going really fast in a straight line without much concern for cornering, you would think it would be Mustang. But obviously these days of commercialism, etc., they've gone for efficiency over anything else in this model, this model in particular. Now, I must say, when I first got in this car, it didn't blow my hair back. I was sort of wondering what people had gone for with this, because I see a lot of them around, and one sticking point is definitely the price. I think it's £61,000. Add the tech pack, I think you're looking at £65,000. It is undoubtedly expensive. Now, things like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, the Korean manufacturers come in, they've undercut Fords to quite a large degree. And the other thing, we've mentioned Tesla already, you could get a Tesla Model 3 Performance for the same money as one of these. Granted, this is better put together, I prefer the technology in this, but if you are looking for that straight line speed, and if you are doing regular long journeys, the Tesla supercharging infrastructure still knocks the spots off anyone else. So it's sort of a car that you would have to really want in order to get, but I do think if you did really want one of these, it's not going to disappoint. It does everything that you want to do. You get decent range out of it. You can get larger battery pack as well, which brings it up to, I think it's 99 kilowatt hours, and you get a range of sort of 350, 360 miles in the real world. So that changes the game again. So there are a lot of options in this. But as far as the sort of future direction goes, like I said at the top, this isn't a Mustang in spirit as you would imagine a Mustang. Now, I grew up with posters of Mustangs on the wall. I've always wanted an original 60s Mustang, and this doesn't deliver that. This is a very deliberate change of direction from Ford, and yeah, as we said, there's no Ford badges in here. They're trying to launch the Mustang as a standalone EV brand, which I get. So yeah, I should probably wrap this up now. It's a car that's grown on me as the week's gone by. Didn't quite get it at first. I've understood it more as I spent more time with it. It's been great for family use, had the kids in the back, going to the shops, all that sort of thing. Just blends in seamlessly, and it's a nice, quiet, relaxing driving experience. Stick it untamed and you get a bit more acceleration, and it, you know, there is a little bit there for the drivers as well. Like I mentioned, that playful tail end is a real surprise in this car. I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, so that's a big tick in the box. But yeah, also it's a car that you'd have to really want in order to justify getting, but yeah, like I say, if you did really want one of these, it's not going to let you down. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing. We've got loads of videos on the channel, and we've got loads more coming up as well, so please hit subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thanks.